When I heard there was a movie by John Krasinski with Steve Carell, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, and so many others clamoring to be your imaginary best friends, I was like, okay, I'm listening. Then tell me it's starring Ryan Reynolds? Well, I'm there. Don't let me down, If. But does it? Well, let's find out. So the title like If, you might be wondering if it's a sequel to this movie. It's not. I mean, there may be clowns, but just not this one. First off, let's just say that the critics and audiences disagree on this movie, which makes me even more excited to see it. Real people are loving it, and critics, who really cares? For me, asking a professional critic if you would enjoy a movie is like asking Jean-Luc Picard to judge your pajamas.
Not a task that I'm looking forward to.
His answer really doesn't affect my reality, and I'll never really wear him around him anyway. Now, I'm going to try to do this entire review with being cryptic, so I don't spoil anything.
That's impossible!
Settle down, Luke. I'll try my best. The movie If follows a young girl who begins to discover everyone's imaginary friend that had been discarded by adults that have no use for him anymore. Think like the discarded toys in Toy Story. The happy ones, not these. She takes it upon herself to give these Ifs a new life with a new child, and it starts a kind of matchmaking agency. Now, the real charm in this movie comes from the simply incredible and visually stunning cinematography and colors. You'll be in a hospital room one moment, then the next moment they will be dancing on a Broadway stage with spotlights and so many imaginary creatures, you're going to feel like you've stumbled into a Jim Henson fever dream. At one moment I thought I'd missed something, because I really had no idea what's going on. I turned to my wife and said, "Do you have any idea what's happening?" And she said, "No, but it's glorious." That's where the charm comes in the suspension of reality. A movie about using imaginary friends to escape reality should itself escape reality. At least that's what writer-director John Krasinski believes, and he nails it. Now, all that being said, he pulls it together at the end with some great twists. Some of these twists you see coming and you can predict, but it doesn't take away from the journey of getting there and the happiness when the final reveal is done. That's another thing, that the happiness and heart this movie brings is fantastic, and it's a rarity in Hollywood nowadays. The ending just gives you all the good feels and may even bring you to tears. Not me, I'm a man.
No crying? There's no crying in baseball!
It really talks about the child in all of us and how to hold on to the wonder of the world, and manages to do this in a non-preachy, non-pretentious way, but fun. It's got a cast of not only Carol and Waller-Bridge, but cameos from a Hollywood who's who, from Matt Damon to George Clooney to dozens more. Now, those don't seem like fan service, but they really add to the charm of this movie. Ryan Reynolds plays his typical character that he's done since Deadpool, because let's face it, that's Ryan Reynolds now. He's a big kid, and finally, there's a quippy Deadpool-type character that you can actually show your kids. However, for me, the breakout star for this is Kaylee Fleming as Bee. Now, she's had roles before from Judith in Walking Dead, young Rey in Star Wars, and kid Sylvie in Loki. But this is her first role as a lead, and she nails it. From the showing the emotion of family trauma to dance numbers, she shows a range that honestly keeps this entire train moving forward. The movie has some plot holes, of course, and some characters that you're introduced to that they never actually really go back to. Also, you won't have huge belly laughs, but you'll chuckle and be charmed and love every minute of this ride. Let's be honest. If we had an imaginary friend, we'd want it to be Steve Carell. Grab your popcorn for this one and get a big bowl, because this is for the family. Definitely approved.